Greetings, MFL Year 34 members. I have before you the results of Phase 3 of Round 2. So we are cooking. We will have some time after we're done with our third round. It appears plenty of time to get our keepers sorted out, and I'll give you some instructions on that when that time comes. But this process, I can tell you, usually takes longer, and we are doing great. So let's just dive in and see what's up with these players. Kenneth Walker has been bid to 102 by the Tube Stakes, so CDs needs to decide whether or not to match or not match that. All other bids are irrelevant if they weren't. It's now basically just down again to the highest bidder, and that's it. Parker Washington was signed by Kansas City at 21 because there was no rebid. There were two bidders on him, and neither of them rebid, so Parker Washington goes to Kansas City. Kyle Monangai is signed by the Army at 17 because, again, there was no rebid. So if you see a blue over here, that means that they were signed as a result of Phase 3, no rebid. Malik Neighbors still in question. He is on the Ass Kickers roster, and the new bid is 50 by the Quake NATOs. So Kansas City will have to decide if they want to keep Malik Neighbors at 50. Christian Watson, Sam Darnold, Bucky Irving, Justin Herbert, all signed as a result of no match in Phase 2. So that's why they're in black. That's kind of old news now. Matthew Stafford signed by the Crashlets at 70 because there was no rebid. And then another old signing here. Tua went to Army for 65 because the Law Dogs did not match in Phase 2. Trey McBride. He is at now 75, and Big D is going to have to either match or not match at 75. AJ Brown is at 125. Dimitri's going to have to match or not match that. We're going to have to do some pretty serious capology to see if that's going to work out. I think it might because they didn't rebid on anything, so they may have the money to save him. But it's pretty. I think our new guy in the live auction is not going to have a whole lot of spending money. That's for sure. Diggs was signed by Dimitri at 40 as a result of Phase 2, no match. Brock Bowers still in question. He is on Gotham's roster, and he is at 90 now. And the high bid on Brock Bowers is Big D. So there's no longer two bidders on that. It's just Big D or Gotham is going to get Brock Bowers. Drake London was signed by the Quake NATOs at 65 because there was no rebid. Same with Devontae Smith for the Posse, 65, no rebid. Dak Prescott, again on Big D's roster, and the highest bid is by the Posse, and that bid is 115. So Prescott will either go to Big D or the Posse. Brandon Aubrey is currently on the Law Dogs roster. He's a kicker, and he has been bid to 15 by the Posse. Still not a record for a kicker, but boy, that's getting up there, that's for sure. Henderson was signed by the Quake NATOs because there was no rebid at 52. I think we had decided that was maybe even just the keeper salary, so if he was going to keep him, then it pretty much just worked out, I think. And then Etienne on the CD's roster is going to have to be decided upon at 42, which is the new bid by the Crashlets. So looks like I had not quite updated my document as thoroughly as I thought I had. But there's only 8 players that are in doubt right now. Malik Neighbors, Kenneth Walker, Trey McBride, A.J. Brown, Brock Bowers, Dak Prescott, Brendan Aubrey, I don't remember his first name, and Etienne for the Saints. So once we get those 8 players sorted out, which I'll probably just give through this evening or tomorrow morning if that's what we need, we will get started with round 3, very likely sometime tomorrow. And just know in round 3, you only get 2 bids, not 3 bids. And of course, you're never required to bid. There's lots of folks have been sitting out. In fact, this time a lot of folks sat out not only the bid portion, but also the rebid portion once they had put in bids. So anyway, no requirements there. And there was some question also. Someone had asked about why doesn't these new salaries show up on the player histories? That will not show up until keepers are finalized. So what I would encourage you to do again is, if these players are on your roster, meaning you had them, you matched a bid, and now you've signed them, you should put them as one of your keepers. Now you should hit the edit button, put a check mark by them, make them a keeper. If you see that I have moved a player to your roster, that means you were the highest bidder and you got that player. And again, you should mark them as a keeper. Theoretically, of course, there's no way you're going to fill 15 spots through franchise and bidding. So you are going to have a chance at some point to look at your roster and just keep some players if you want to keep them. So I made the keepers 15. I do feel like if we can cut down on the auction time a little bit, I think that's going to be a good thing for everybody because it's been going till like 11:30 or 12 o'clock y'all's time. I think every single time, and that's just that seems unnecessarily long to me. So anyway, so that's all we're doing here is just filling in most of our roster. Do keep in mind there are no rookies available during this silent bid process. If you are looking for Fernando Mendoza or Love, the running back for the Cardinals, or Price, the running back for Seattle, or any of those great wide receivers that you see out there, those are not available now. Those will be available during the live auction. A little bit of money will be added back to your whatever you have left over here, and then we'll set the auction up and we'll make it happen. If you are one of those that's not too interested in saving your money and you're not going to have a whole lot left, which there's at least 1 or 2 of us here, that's okay. You can even set the website to just bid for you if you want. So not a big deal either way. I think that covers it for round 2, phase 3. And we will probably wrap up phase 4, I would think, pretty soon. It doesn't take very long once people know kind of where they stand on these things. So don't send any round 3 bids to me until I tell you I have submitted mine. And I can just tell you now, I am going to bid. I do know who my bids are going to be on. I don't know how much yet, but I've already kind of got that lined out. So let me tell you guys when I'm ready, and then you guys will have some round 3 stuff open as soon as we just wrap up this last phase of round 2. You guys stay safe out there, and I will check back in with you when I have information to share.